Hello dears, and welcome back to the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm town. Today the rain is even stronger than it was yesterday, so we need to search for a shelter today here in town. Let's start with the situation first because there are quite a few important news today. First of all, as you know, we don't have data. We will not be having any kind of numbers up until tomorrow, more or less. And then maybe they will even update the cases once a week. What I do know is that the situation was getting slightly worse and the cases are continuing to increase very slowly, but they are still doing so. The same is happening with the index. Today is a very important day for the ministers and for the government and our Ministry of Health, because there is going to be the new plan, which will be probably approved today, on what the transition will be of Spain towards the end of this official pandemics. First of all, what they will be doing is to concentrate more on extreme cases and on people over 60 years old and vulnerable people who tend to have harder illness and more severe symptoms. The second point that will be approved in this plan probably will be that positive cases with these light symptoms or inexistent directly symptoms will not need to quarantine anymore if they are positive. Before, everyone needed to quarantine at least for 7 days. It was 14 at first and then just 7. However, right now it's not going to be the case. There will be recommendations given that you need to wear a mask, that you need to reduce social contacts, more than the better. However, you will still be able to go to work wearing a mask. You'll still be able to go outside anywhere you want. It's just going to be general recommendations given, and that's basically it. Once you don't have any symptoms or just some light symptoms, and that's basically it. The third important point is the end of testing, massive testing here in Spain. So no more PCR or antigen general tests for everyone in Spain. Only specialists and doctors will decide who will need these type of tests. These will be people more that are vulnerable, that are over 60, as I've said, people that are working with vulnerable people or that have previous illnesses and health conditions, people working at the hospitals, doctors, nurses, etc. And in general, people who the doctor will consider to make the test to. All the rest that just want to know, wants to confirm, no, testing will not be done. If you want to confirm, you will need to go to the pharmacy and take the cheap antigen test and get it confirmed. Although by my experience and experience of a lot of people that I know, with the new variants, antigen test almost always gives a negative result unless you have really like severe symptoms, and only PCR test gives you a positive result in this case. So these fast testings don't really work that well with the new variants that we had here recently. The fourth point will be only look at the ICU unit cases and the hospitalized cases in order to see how the situation is going in Spain, or to eliminate restrictions or to put some new restrictions, which I doubt will be ever happening here in the country anymore. So they won't be checking the numbers. The number of cases is just a number of cases, nothing more than that. The index is just an index, nothing more than that. What they will be checking is how the situation is in the hospitals with severe, mild to severe cases. About the masks, I was checking this plan because I wanted to know what's going to be happening with masks indoors. However, there is no single mention about it in this recovery plan and this transition plan towards the end of pandemics in Spain. What they are saying, everyone, the Prime Minister, the President of Spain, and also the Minister of Health, is that it's going to be happening soon. What I personally think about this is that they know already, obviously they know the date when this will be happening. They know, but they are not saying it to avoid conflicts and to avoid people taking out the masks before the date will be coming. However, all of us do think that it's going to be starting from April, starting from the Saint week here in Spain when the Easter is officially starting. The second news that I wanted to let you know about, gosh, how cold it is today. The second news that I wanted to let you know about is what's finally happening with Benidorm Bus Station, because I've showed you a full tour once Lefties and Mercadona, the two last basically companies, were moving out of Benidorm's bus station. If you did not see this video, it's going to be popping up right here on the screen, or you can see it in the list by searching for Benidorm Bus Station. It was just awful, the conditions in which this place was. There were a lot of bottles, there were glass broken, a lot of holes inside the walls. It's just very, very hard to see such an important place like in this condition here in Benidorm. So finally, Benidorm has decided to break a contract with the company that they say destroyed the bus station as it is. Since 2012, there was a final notice for the company, and Benidorm Municipal Hall should have cancelled this contract. However, they've waited 10 years up until now, up until 2022, to make this happen. And right now, this businessman, the owner of the company that was in charge to make sure and ensure good conditions in the Benidorm bus station, which obviously they did not manage to do, they'll be in charge to repair all the damage caused to this place. Now the municipal hall will officially have 6 months starting from right now to sign another contract with a new company that will attract hopefully more businesses to that area once the damage is repaired, and more businesses will be opening up and renting places inside of the Benidorm bus station, so that it will be a warm, nice and welcoming place for tourists, and not a total disaster that it was and still is right now. Let's hope that this is finally the light at the end of the tunnel for the Benidorm bus station, and that it's something that will change it completely and it will start working as it should have been for a lot of years already. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. And we're continuing with the last news, but not the less important one, which is the total elimination and the opening of UK travelers to Spain. As you all know, obviously because you live there, UK has eliminated all the restrictions completely. Even the traveling form is eliminated, and it's not necessary for all those of you who are returning back. Spain, on contrary, still requires people to fill in the traveling form in order to obtain the QR certificate. However, a lot of us and experts think that by May, more or less, the travel form will be eliminated in Spain as well, which is great news. Hopefully it will be true. Right now, British tourism just flies up. It boosted up so fast, and it's already a 50%. It's half of all the international market in our area of Costa Blanca. Only during this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we will have 185 flights proceeding from UK, and more or less 25,000 of tourists will be arriving to our region, which is just amazing, big and important numbers for our tourism sector. In Benidorm right now, already 40% of all the tourists arriving are British tourists, which does not surprise me at all, because I only hear British speaking everywhere that I go in Benidorm, down the Levante Beach, Old Town, bars, restaurants, cafeterias, shops. Everywhere I go, you can see a lot of tourists, which is just great for our region and for its economic recovery. Right now, there are buses full of tourists. I see TUI UK buses. I see buses from Jet to BeniConnect shuttle bus as well that transfers people from airport to different hotels here in the area. They are full with people with huge luggages that are coming here for their holidays, and so long sometimes waited holidays. Hotels right now are approximately between 70% and 90%, some of them, of their total capacity, which is just great. In summer, what we are expecting is more than 12 million tourists arriving to our zone, to the Costa Blanca, and obviously Benidorm will be one of the most visited towns and cities here in the zone, and it's going to be 4% more than it was before pandemics. I do see that tourism is starting to boost up. I do see a lot of people arriving. I know some of them are having doubts and are thinking twice before booking the holidays, because right now there is inflation, there is rise in prices. You know, you never know what's going to be happening. But a lot of people have been waiting for such a long time, some of them even for 2 years or more, to be able to return to Benidorm, that they're willing to have this holiday. They need this holiday, and they're booking right now when the prices are still not as high for the hotels, although they did increase a little bit comparing with the previous years. And now let's talk shortly about the weather. Definitely not very comfy outside. The wind is quite strong today. There's storm in the sea, and we are in the yellow and orange alert here in Valencian community, as well as in other parts of the Mediterranean area. As you can see on this first map, the weather is going to be quite ugly still. The rain will be quite present in our area for a lot more days. They even say that up until 1st of April, it will be raining here. So for more than a week, starting from today, the rain is still expected to be here in the zone. Let's hope it's not the case, and meteorologists are wrong, because we really desperately need some sunshine urgently here in the zone. But we'll see what will be happening. Tomorrow and the day after, still quite a lot of rain. Maybe it's not going to be during all the entire day and night, but at some points of the day it will be raining. Temperatures are similar to what we've had yesterday, maybe slightly colder by 1-2 degrees today. Today in Benidorm, 14-15 degrees maximum. In Alicante, 18. Barcelona and Granada, 15-16. Malaga, 17. Sevilla still has 20 degrees because there's not raining as hard as it is here. Madrid, 16. Murcia, 17. Balearic Islands, 17. Canarian, perfect weather between 21 and 22. And Valencia, 15 degrees today. So we're having not very good celebration days. You know that we are in Fallas, here traditional, typical Spanish Valencian community celebration. And we are on St. Patrick's Day. It was raining yesterday quite a lot as well, but we did go and film because the wind was not as strong and it wasn't as cold as it is today. So we managed to film that. If you did not see yesterday's video, check it out here on the channel. And tomorrow we have Father's Day, which is 19th of March. And also we have the end of Fallas, when a lot of the monuments will be burned basically to the ground. Not sure how it will work if it's going to be raining, but we'll see how it goes. Not very nice weather for festive celebrations in Benidorm, but once it will pass, we will start with the true spring summer weather. A lot of sunshine, lovely views, and of course full terraces on the first line of the beach. We just need to wait a little bit more for that. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and I'll see you on Sunday from the Fallas celebration here in Benidorm. We'll see all the monuments that we have here in town. How many tourists do we have during this celebration in Benidorm, and the traditional burn and fireworks to end this festive week. So don't miss this Sunday's video. I'll see you then. Bye.